What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So last video you watched us tear apart that LS2 that was bored and stroked to 408 cubic inches. Right here is not what I'm going to put it in. It's already in there. But this is a 1984 Chevy C10. It is a very clean truck, actually. Came out of Arkansas, 100% rust free. We'll put it in the air here in a little bit, and I'll show you the thing underneath, show you everything about it. But what we got is the 408 cubic inch motor in the truck. It has a 91 millimeter Torqstorm supercharger on it. As you guys know, the motor is pretty much wasted. I mean, cylinders were washed out. I reused the rings. I put new bearings in it. Just gonna send the thing and see how much power we can make with it. Paint it up Chevy orange. Just, I don't know, something different. I wanted it to kind of stand out in this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, like, Holly makes these big black Chevy look-alike coil covers, and we'll put the Tonawanda sticker and everything on it. Just make it look cool. I'd like to just pop the hood on this thing and it be kind of like, wow. Instead of most of the LS stuff that I do, which I don't care what it looks like. I just wanted it to run good. Goal for this thing is just to do burnouts for as long as I can hold the throttle pedal down. It's been probably... 2011, I built a Turbo LS Mustang, one of the first Turbo LS cars in our area, and that thing did gnarly burnouts, and I loved every bit of it. I sold the car because it needed a cage, and it had a rusty floor, and I wasn't going to put a cage in a car with a rusty floor. So I sold that thing. I ended up with a Ford Fairmont that had a Turbo LS in it. That was kind of before the sleeper phase, and Fairmonts took off. That thing was fun. I did gnarly burnouts in that thing. It was just so much fun just to annihilate rear tires and take people for a ride and just scare the crap out of them. It's just going to be a fun cruiser. I'm going to end up putting air conditioning in it. I'm leaving all the factory stuff here. I'll put a AC compressor down on the bottom there and then make my own lines and AC condenser. I already have the intercooler mounted. It is a 4.5-inch Treadstone intercooler. Might paint that black, kind of keep it all hidden. I don't know. You're going to hear the supercharger, so... I don't exactly know if I'm going to try to make it sleeper-ish or what. I'm going to put 15-inch wheels on it with a set of dog dishes. Might paint the wheels white or blue. I don't know yet, but they're going to be steel wheels with dog dishes. I'm not a huge fan of this color combo. I love blue. I love white, but it's a dark blue. And to me, it looks like it had rusty rockers on it, and then somebody painted that stuff like truck bed coating black. And I don't know. I like it. It's a very clean, original paint truck, but I just don't like... If it was switched and it was white down there and blue, I'd be all about it, but I don't know. I really don't want to paint it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Original paint truck, I should probably leave it alone. Here's a lot of parts I got for this thing. We have a set of Dakota digital gauges for it. Sweet looking. Look like the factory gauges. Guys, I went all out on this thing. I have spent so much money on this truck. I wanted a C6 C06, and I could have probably bought myself at least a wrecked one and fixed it. But I guess I get a short bed Chevy truck instead. Let's see, we got all of our aluminum tubing, radiator. Actually, no, this is the headers, which I'll show you those in a second. All my fuel stuff. Ended up doing a in-tank. It's got dual pumps on it, so one will run all the time, and then when it hits a certain boost level, the second pump will kick on. Should be enough for 1,000, 1,100 horse. Headers. So I ordered 2-inch headers, and they are not done yet. They won't be here till the end of February, and I want to hear this thing run like 3 weeks ago. So I ended up putting a set of 1 3/4 headers on it right now. They're cheap Amazon. They were like $190. They fit okay, but I've got to cut the ear of the transmission off to get them to actually totally fit. And the tranny that's in it right now is just a mock-up tranny, so I'm not going to probably cut this tranny just yet. But I'll lift this thing up in the air and show you guys underneath. Oh, before I lift it, I'll show you inside. Interior's already been redone. The dash is right there. It's got a nice cover on it. It actually looks really good. And yeah, it's just super nice. All right, so underneath this thing, it is lowered with springs and drop spindles. And then it's still got the factory tank in it. I'm gonna remove that and put that new tank in it. But we used Tinworks mounts. They actually came with the truck. I don't know if you can see the engine mounts in there. Right there's the engine mounts. They slide. I've got the motor positioned as far back as I can get it. And this is some mock-up training. I did not forget the converter, but I do have a Circle D converter. And then my grandpa and I just mocked up this tranny cross member, and I think it's backwards, but it fits better backwards than it does the other way. So I'm just gonna leave it this way. It's cut so that we can run 3-inch exhaust out the back. Then I'm gonna do a 480 transmission. I've got my buddy building us a tranny for it. But as I said, this thing is super clean. You can see here are the cab corners. Most of that is dirt, and you can see it all up the side, but this thing is so spotless. And look at the rockers on it. It's very nice, very good shape. The side is the same, a little dirty, but the thing is super clean. We get a little bit of fab work done to the C10, try to get this cold side piping routed and made up, and then I'll give you guys an update. Alright, it's been a couple days, but let me give you guys a quick update of the C10 build and where we're at. I actually filmed making most of these pipes, and then don't mind the mess I got in here. This place is trashed. But when I started welding them, I was actually really excited to weld aluminum. I've always kind of struggled with welding aluminum, and I bought good aluminum this time instead of cheap Chinese junk, and it welds so much nicer. So I was excited to do that, and I totally forgot to film. So sorry, I ended up not getting that footage for you guys. But we've got a 3-inch pipe coming out of the blower. We got 2 blow-off valves, and then going into the intercooler. That is a Treadstone intercooler. And then come to a 3.5 out of there, up into the intake. It actually turned out really nice. So we got that knocked out. I put the valve train together on this thing, put the valve covers on it. I welded a bung in there on the valley pan, so that's gonna go to a breather somewhere so that the crankcase can breathe. And this thing is getting very close. Oh, and one thing that I did and I didn't show you guys, it's got inner fenders in it now. These are 73 through 80 round headlight, single round headlight, inner fenders that pretty much bolt right into these dual headlight trucks. I had to cut down here just a little bit, and then there's one bolt, this bolt right here, that I needed to drill. But other than that, they bolted right in, and they are actually much wider so the tires don't rub when you go lower in these trucks. The battery mount just needed a little bit of modification, and then that bolt put in it right there. So this thing can now sit on the ground and have inner fenders. I did not want no inner fenders because I've actually been trying to make this thing look really nice and clean, and if I drive it in the rain, it's just gonna get filthy, and I do not want that. So another thing that you guys haven't seen is the wheels that I'm gonna run on this thing. So they are 15-inch steel wheels. I've actually got one right here. These are original wheels for the front, and I think I'm going to use these for just burnout tires because they're not in the best of shape. I could sandblast them, but I don't know, they'll do all right for burnout tires. They're actually really nasty if you look at them, but from here, from where you guys are sitting, they look good. The backs are wheel Ventiques, 15 by 10s with a 4.5-inch backspace. I wish they made a 5-inch backspace so I could lower this thing a little bit more. I got about a finger there that I can get in, but this will work. They're close, but they're not that bad. It's not gonna rub. I've already ordered hubcaps for it. They are gonna be the like 78, 79, 80 style hubcaps, and this thing will look pretty sweet. It'll be like sleeper-ish, but not really sleeper-ish. And the best part about this is the tires are cheap. I got those tires for 140 bucks. They're 275, 60, 15, so they're pretty much 28, 10, 5. And then the front tires were like, I don't know, $110. I want to do a lot of burnouts in this thing, so cheap 15-inch tires is exactly what I want. I'm trying to build this thing super quick and not make a million videos building one truck. That probably tends to get a little old, just watching 15 videos of putting a truck together, and I don't know, trying something different. So this thing is almost ready to run. I've got to do the fuel system on it. I've got the injectors. I got the fuel system. I already showed you guys the fuel tank. Got to wire up the engine, which the entire Holley wiring harness is right here. My transmission is sitting over there behind all the dirty, messy mess. And that's pretty much everything we need to get this thing going. So go home, edit this video, get it out for you guys. I'm gonna continue trying to knock this thing out, and then I'm gonna get right on that thing, try to get that thing done. And then we are bringing in a car that you guys have seen before, that you guys have asked for us to bring back, that we quit racing. And yeah, that's gonna be here in the next few videos. Kind of excited to get that thing together. But got the rear end right here for the 69. I'll show you guys that on the next video. But we are working in here, trying to get a bunch of stuff done, and we're just gonna keep cranking these videos out for you guys and trying to make some videos with a lot of cool action. Is gonna come here pretty soon, because this thing is going to be a blast on the dyno and street driving it. That's gonna be a blast on the dyno, street driving it. Kind of focusing on some street cars this year. So all of our racing stuff doesn't need work. So it's time to put together some cool street cars and have fun filming cool stuff, and just have a good summer. So be sure to head to hpdepot.com, pick yourself up some t-shirts. We've got all that merch, all in stock, ready to ship out. That really helps us out. Also, I don't ask this enough. Hit that subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you guys anything, and it actually helps us out. Tells YouTube that you like our stuff and that you want to see more of it. I probably should ask that more, but I don't know, I feel kind of, I don't know. I've never been big on asking people to subscribe, but I think I'm going to try to get on it some more. So please hit that subscribe button. That really means a lot to us. Head to hpdepot.com, grab yourself some merch, but that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.